No.
Nope.
Are we here? Is everyone?
Well, Dan's not, but Dan's being shit
Dan,
not coming, so.
Yeah, he said he might not be able to make it to just start without him. I mean, you guys are very close to the end here. You have let's use this as a good jumping off point. What happened last game?
We fucked up a nightclub, but not quite in as dramatic a fashion as we did in Cyberpunk, because none of the pundits have died.
Shame.
Yeah,
there was no Beach Boys massacre this time.
Bear
slightly
got
less
a nice
terrorism,
lady's
yeah.
number, so you know.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
Bear seduced a dwarf.
A busty dwarf.
Buxom dwarf, I believe, was the
buxom lad.
That makes more sense, but still.
And then we came in here, and there was a fucking... Was it a Vesk?
Oh no, not here. I think that was Mama Fats when you guys went to go see the level 21 crew, and you met with.
I thought the guy was a guy with a massive hammer, like in the doorway.
Oh, that guy. Oh yeah, him.
Wasn't he a Vesk?
Yes, he was a Vesk. Yeah, no, you're right.
I'm not going completely mad.
No, you're absolutely right. This guy here with a very large hammer, who I believe hit a few of you guys quite a few times.
Yeah, he decked a few of us, and then we killed him, and I think, ironically, Ira killed the woman at the back of the desk. Or was it Bear? I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, just continuously forgetting that Dom's character has any other name other than just Bear.
It's only because I have the names displayed at the bottom of Roll20 that I keep reminding myself.
So do I still forget them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, in the last game, you guys managed to find out that Duravor Creel, the Starfinder contact that you were sent to meet with originally, was killed in a hit which was made to look like a gang fight perpetrated by the Downside Kings, the owners of this fine establishment, which you guys are currently fucked up. You guys met with the level 21 crew, the leader of whom named Jabaxa, little Yosoki lad, who you guys met and found out were working on behalf of the Hardscrabble Collective, a more sort of family-run kind of mining collective that had a claim to a asteroid that is currently been brought to the station. And the Downside Kings had been employed by a large, shadowy corporation called Astral Extractions, a massive galactic mining conglomerate who also have a claim on the rock, who wanted to take out Duravor as a prominent advocate of the collective. And tasked by the Starfinder Society, you guys investigated thoroughly. You found the perpetrators, the Downside Kings, and you have raided their club. Currently, you infiltrated in quite masterfully, started a fight, and barreled your way into the back offices and killed their leaders. There is still a few people banging on the door of this door that you guys have barricaded, and I believe Shag had booby-trapped with a couple of grenades, and we pick up just as Ira has sort of slashed across this woman's chest, and she has gone down and is not getting back up. So yes, what are you guys doing?
Burping.
Should we just open the door and let them run into the trap?
You might set the trap off when you open it. I think we're better off trying to find what we need before we open the door and let them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ira, I'm assuming, is still his turn. Is he able to start searching the desk?
So he's used his turn in his attack, so it'll probably be the end of his turn. It would then come to the gang members, and they're spending their turn sort of crashing on the door. Who's there? M, you can see. Well, M and Tin, you guys are able to see this door where it was part of it, and the corner was starting to come away. Now both upper corners are starting to like buckle noticeably, but it is holding for just right now. And then it is Shag.
Right, I'm gonna search our femme fatale, vicious female friend, and also her desk
Okay.
for
Can
basically
you roll?
anything of use. And I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna sift through it particularly. I'm just gonna grab everything and shove it in a bag.
Okay. Lovely. So, can you roll me perception or sleight of hand? If you're just like grabbing it and shoving it in there, I think sleight of hand, how quick you are with your hand would be. Yeah. You're pretty you masterfully rifle through all of her pockets, and you feel that you've just bundled everything in there. That is.
Was there any like blatantly obvious weapons or anything that she had that I would end up with?
Yes. She has a tactical auto pistol.
Ooh.
Which she'd shot at you guys quite a few times.
I will keep that.
Yes. But other than that, we can resolve that later.
Right, no worries.
Are you doing anything else? That's your you used part of your move action to get over there, and I say you used your action to like rifle through.
Yeah,
Are you doing anything else?
left.
Yeah.
What's in the corner here?
That is looks like a cage, behind which there's basically just a bunch of crates and gear. Can you make a perception check for me? Just to get a vague idea of what's in there. It looks like there's some stuff. There's mainly just boxes, but you do see what looks like a rifle just sort of laid across one of the boxes in there.
I want in.
Okay.
I'm not leaving until we're in. I'm going to stand aside in case somebody else wants to have a go at it because I haven't got any actions left. But I'm going to wildly gesticulate to everybody else in the room that we definitely need to get in here before we leave.
Cool. All right.
Okay, Luke.
M, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna move behind this table.
Yeah.
And then hold an action to fire as people set off the trap.
Okay. Are you
Or,
trying to? So you're
specifically,
trying to take
anyone's
cover
still
behind that
standing.
table, then?
Yeah.
Are we still in combat?
Yes. Because this door is getting rammed by the gang members outside, who are trying to break back in.
Yeah.
So I believe it was Shag who managed to kind of like jam the door closed.
Yeah. So I guess I'll hold an action to shoot at anyone who's survived the grenades.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Tin.
I don't know. Is there anything worth going in here for? Into the other room?
In here, there's stuff. There's this cage at the corner, which looks like it has possibly some valuable gear in,
Okay.
but appears to be closed up.
I'll head over there then.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
And can I like try to open it or pick the lock or whatever to get inside?
Yes. So that would be either an engineering or a sleight of hand check. It's pretty it's pretty sturdy. Like the lock on this thing, it's a sort of electronic lock. You're fiddling around with it, knowing that there should be some kind of key card or something which sort of opens it, but no, it's with the rush that you're in, you aren't able to open it on this attempt, unfortunately. There you go. Mr. Snugglesworth.
How sturdy does the door look?
It's sort of that like chain link, but slightly. It's like the strong type of chain link. You know, that's like the good sturdy kind.
Oh, the good stuff.
It's the good stuff, not like chicken wire.
I'm gonna leave the sneaky bastards to keep trying to sort that one out. Hang on, who's this? Is that?
That's one of the gang members that I can't remember who, but one of you guys managed to knock out and slam against the door.
Wait, is that door shut?
No, it's open now.
Oh, okay. No, right. Okay, good.
I'm imagining that you guys kind of shoved him out of the way just to like make room.
All right. I will move here, and I'm gonna nod to M, and I guess I will hold an action to charge at anybody after the explosion, after he has shot.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of it'll explode. He'll gun down some people, and then I'll charge in. That's our game plan. While the sneak fingers sort out shit in there.
Sneak fingers.
He's setting up a chain of events here.
Yeah, we are. Then I'm gonna play knight to queen's bishop, and
nice. All right. Emmett.
Right, I'm gonna. We need to get into this room, don't we?
Yeah, if you want to. There seems to be some space.
3 people to try and open the door.
Huh?
Can we get 3 people to try and open the door?
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Okay.
hang on. Is there anything I can do to help with door?
Space cowboys does it take to open a door?
3 or more, possibly.
At the least.
What if I do the mess around?
I mean, that I'm sure people will be bolstered by the leavening of the mood.
Can I maybe? I'm gonna come over and see if I can. Can I see anything like that might mechanically aid the opening of the door, other than brute force or explosions? Is there?
For a key somewhere?
Roll either roll a perception check for me.
Okay. I'm just gonna lick the wall.
It looks pretty sturdy. There's that keypad, like is that a keypad on the door lock, which should have some kind of key card to it. Who has that key card? Who can say?
I may have made an error.
Who's the goblin guy up here? Is that Sam?
That's Shag. Yeah, that's Sam.
Hey, mate.
I mean, I'm assuming.
I've just realised I've got a sack full of swag from that woman in her desk, and inside that is probably the key card somewhere. But I didn't look at all stuff. I just swept it into the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So,
classic goblin.
You're welcome to come and rifle through it.
Can I see? I can see the door from where I am.
Yeah.
The people are trying to bust in.
Yeah.
So can I just ready an action with my laser rifle from where I am?
Rifle.
With your laser rifle. From where you are, if Bear is in front of you when you take the shot, it might sort of mess up your aim a bit. But
please don't shoot me in the back of the head.
Don't execute the bear.
I would appreciate you not doing that.
But yeah, you can.
I will try to not murder the bear.
Cool.
I can't ask any more. It's fair.
Go on, like firing squad, just rifle to the back of the head.
It's much better if I can get familiar with the way you...
Shut up.
What? Was that Alexa?
That's
Cortana.
Alexa.
she's just like, I just want to get to know you, Tom. And Tom's like, shut up, bitch. I'm playing games.
Bitch.
Shut up! I'm playing my video game.
Bitch.
I don't know how to get rid. Oh yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. Then it is Ira. Ira will run down here. Seeing that Tin and Shag seem to have it well in hand, he's going to run back into the other room. One, two,
What are all the dots
three.
on Ira?
Diseases.
That was him keeping track of his solar attunement, I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Because he gets some cool shit when he, depending on how many rounds has gone in a fight. And then he is just gonna run in here, and he is similarly gonna hold an action to fire into whatever comes through that door.
Those guys have no idea what they're walking into.
Speaking of which, let me just see if this is the one that does it. Where's these guys? Oh shit! Where did I put these guys? There they are. Athletics. Yeah. So on this last after you guys have set up, there's a couple more, there's just incessant pounding this entire time on the door, and then finally it's been sort of gradually buckling at the top, and then with one final smash, the door comes crashing down, and behind that, let me show you all. You see 4 of the Downside Kings sort of collapse forward onto it just from the momentum. That is, you are only given a split second to notice that, because as soon as it collapses inwards, there is an explosion, and
You've been booby trapped.
Can't be booby trapped, and they're gonna get.
You been booby.
I think it was a couple of sticks of dynamite, wasn't it? And they're one, or a couple of grenades, and they're 1d6.
Oh, great. But I'm gonna say, so as it hits, the guys in the front get it worse. Man, they look pretty fucking rough from it. I think some of them were a little bit weakened from the actual fight itself. And then I believe, you are going to fire into there as well. So can you roll an attack for me?
Blap.
Pow pow.
Blap. Ooh.
Does still hit though. So that hits which one?
I guess.
Okay. And that's what you needed. The guy goes down.
Yes.
Like just blown away by the explosions, and then getting shot in the chest. He just goes down limp. Who wants to go next? Is there?
Okay, I have to ask, practically speaking, how much movement would I get for something like this?
I believe it's a charge. Charge is like an action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say you'd still get the charge as because it is your action. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because I've got my racial thing, I can do the charge attack without losing the -2. So hooray! So I guess what I want to try and do is charge to like here. Can I punch this dude from here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to charge here, and I guess give him a left hook or right hook or whatever while I run past him as part of my charge attack. So
yeah, sure.
There is the battle glove. Oof.
God damn it!
Hey, it could be worse. That could have been my junk sensor, and I could have just blown myself up.
Yeah, no, I know it's not your fault, but you just haven't rolled very well in this.
I like the idea. I ran, tried to punch him with my left hand, and then realised, oh no, my battle glove's on my right hand.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, didn't go to plan there.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Ira is going to take his shot. He's going to. Ooh, that's much better. And he is going to hit that front guy. He also goes down. And
Not Doom.
Emmett, I believe you were holding an action there as well.
Yeah, I had a Wazer rifle action.
Do you shoot your Wazer rifle?
This guy?
Yep, sure.
It's the only guy I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Lost my Wazer rifle.
So,
It's not the effective shot.
but it is enough because their EAC is not amazing.
EAC. Oh no, not my EAC.
-2. He is quite hurt. Lovely, Shag.
Haha! Shag has come to his senses. Am I still blinded, by the way?
No, that is worn off. I believe it's only one turn that lasts for.
Perfect. Having come to my senses, can I have a peek in my bag of swag for this keycard that I need?
Yeah, you see sitting on top of that. I won't make you roll for it. You see sitting on top is a keycard, which looks like very well suited.
I will open the door.
Yeah, there you go. The door is open.
Ta-da! Right. Can I do a cursory glance? Is there anything that's not going to fit in the bag of swag?
Yes.
Right. But what am I getting? What am I seeing? I mean, is there lots of swag?
So in front of you, none of it's just sort of sat out loose. There is like there's 4 crates. I say crates. There's like one is kind of like briefcase sized. One of them is kind of like almost like an ammo box sort of size. 2 of them are that sort of size. There's a rifle sitting on top, and there's another kind of slightly shinier sort of briefcase looking thing as well.
So there's 2 briefcases, a rifle, and 2 ammo crates.
Yeah.
How big are the ammo crates? Like one person could carry one, or?
Yeah, no, they're one person. Yeah, that you would take sort of both hands to carry it.
Yeah. Okay. Can I sling the shout catch to Tin?
Yep.
And chuck him the rifle and the less shiny briefcase.
Yep.
And
then briefcase.
Yeah, I'm taking the shiny briefcase.
Nah. I'm the shiny briefcase.
Fine. No, fuck you. I'm taking the shiny briefcase. I'm the one who got hit. And then, can I fit the briefcase in my bag of swag? The shiny briefcase?
Yeah, it would just about fit in there.
All right, so I'll chuck the shiny briefcase in my bag of swag. I'll strap that over my shoulder, and then I'll pick up an ammo crate and start running as fast as my stubby legs can carry me. And shout to Tin to get the other crate.
Yeah.
I gave you the rifle.
Well,
I gave it to you. My image now is just of a goblin like draped in gear, like far too much stuff, just running as fast as he can. like chains of like bullets over his shoulder, like, across his like coming out of his shoulders and everything.
Whilst there is like bullets are still flying. There's explosions going off. It's still very much popping off. And there's like Shag desperately like stuffing shit into a bag and they're just fucking trying to run.
Is that sorry? Before I ran away, I just want to check. Is that literally all that's in the room? There's nothing else I need to worry about. It's not like I'm missing anything.
Without a more thorough look, that's all you could sort of see cursorily. There's also the large vest, which no one's kind of pilfered.
All right. Well, I'll make it this far. I'm going to tell Tin and Brown Emmett that there's more stuff to be had, but I'm packed up as it were.
Colin Brown.
All right, Emmett. Mustachio moron.
I'm no pistachio.
Told him.
All right, M.
I'm just gonna shoot these guys. Probably this.
Sure. Crit.
Blam.
It's just laughing about
Yeah, this guy took a hit. He is not looking good, but that didn't quite do him in there, unfortunately.
Yeah, that makes quite a lot of sense.
You winged him.
Yeah, it's a warning shot.
Yes.
That's my turn.
Next time we're serious.
I suppose we did already use the warning grenades.
You guys are very accommodating, giving people all this warning.
I mean, warning grenades, they're not cheap. Like, we take our job seriously.
Most mercenaries wouldn't even spring for the warning grenades.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. See, now you're getting it.
Yeah. Tin. Over to you.
Okay, so I've been thrown a rifle and a briefcase.
Yep, you got a rifle and a briefcase.
And was there any more ammo?
There was one more sort of ammo crate. It's an ammo style crate. You don't know if it's ammo in it, but it's sort of that like kind of more sort of tactical military
full of sticky buns
box. Yeah.
Okay.
It says not ammo.
Not ammo, but do not eat.
Shooty boom booms.
Is it something that I'll be able to carry?
Yeah. No, it's something that a standard person could carry. You don't need to do a athletic. If you were to try and do something particularly athletic, like if you wanted to like throw it up into a vent, or like you wanted to like jump over some kind of chasm or something with it, then you might have to do some athletics rolls. But just to like run and move with it, you don't need to roll anything.
Okay, so I'll pick up the crate and all the crap and
Still laughing at shooty.
pull yourself together. We're a crack team of mercenaries.
That's us.
So I'm gonna go and pick up this crate and head back towards the door. So 1, 2. So there.
Cool. Nice.
Can I verbally ask Emmett to make sure he has, because I think he's got higher perception than us, make sure he has a good look in the room, make sure it's clear.
What perception do you have, Andy?
Not that high, it's like 7, I think.
Okay, can I do a perception check?
Yeah, I would say you'd be able to do that. Yeah. Yeah, you're pretty sure that you guys probably got everything that's probably of value. This room isn't the most lavishly appointed, so with between Shag sort of rifling through the desk and the gang leader on the ground, and then your guys sort of pillaging their stash, it looks like you've more or less stripped it of the important valuables. There is also the just the large Vesk here, who, although is dead, no one has pillaged his corpse yet.
Ignore the Vesk, just take the light bulbs.
They got all the silverware back here.
Fucking score.
There's bins in here.
They got all the empty. They got those empty whiskey bottles. We can turn these into some kitsch lamps.
Sorry, guys, I stole their recycling.
We can sell each of these for 2 cents a pop. Cool. Yep. Moving on, Mr. Snugglesworth. You've just got these two last ones.
Yeah, so I will maneuver myself to here, I suppose. I don't want to go any further. What's the yellow square?
That was, I believe, M did some sort of like difficult terrain spell. I forgot what it was called.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, it
Sorry, I'm
was,
just checking that isn't to represent one really big guy or something.
Big hog.
No, I'm gonna.
That's all the ground there is just sort of mashed up and sort of spiky and sort of jagged.
Close.
Yeah,
Got it.
There's a planet somewhere
I'm
with a shiny
gonna-
red dance floor.
I'm gonna swing at the dude in front of me then.
Yeah.
And let's fucking go.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, look at
So
that.
which one was it?
The one directly in front of me, the
This one?
bottom one. Yeah.
Yeah. He fucking dead.
Yeah.
He kind of laughed because he saw your goof with the guy in front of him, and he was like, ha ha ha, and then you sort of lumber around the corner and then just fucking eject him.
It's a good day. That'll end my turn then. Yeah, that's all I needed to do was humiliate someone and break him. So yeah.
Emmett, it is your turn. There is one guy that you are sure is just around the corner here.
Right. Did you say there was anything left in the room?
There's the Vesk here, who's no one's kind of.
And he keeps mentioning the Vesk. I feel like there might be something on there, guys. I'm just saying.
I mean,
I'm not interested in that.
Have a look at the bins. See what they found.
Have a root about.
Yep.
Is there any cushions?
Oh yeah, we could use some more.
Can
roll
I
for seven.
Can I shoot this guy, please?
Yeah, sure.
Roll for knickknacks.
Take his shoes.
Take your shoes, you don't need them.
Thankfully, this was one of the guys who was actually injured pre-battering ram. So actually, he was sitting.
I kill him.
Yeah, he was sitting very low.
No.
He got pretty fucked up by that grenade as well. So, yes, congratulations. With that final shot, it doesn't go quiet because you still have the ambient sort of music backing track coming from the stage through in the main club, but without the crowds and without the gunfire, it feels suddenly silent. And
I will search the bed. Okay.
You
cool.
coward.
So, you guys. So, whilst you're searching, whilst you're doing that, is anyone else doing anything immediately, or we just kind of searching and looking around?
Is there anything else going on in the club? Can I see anybody else?
Roll.
Given I'm right out here.
Roll a perception check for me.
Yes. Oh, hey, that's not bad for me actually. Just saying, guys.
It takes you a minute for your hearing to completely come back, and you do sort of wander outside just to have a little look around, because the club does seem completely empty of people. You hear footsteps sort of rushing towards you, and right before you're about to kind of like sort of attack them, it is some of the level 21 crew turning up. And they sort of arrive. There's the surly-looking dwarf who was the one of the guards out front of Mama Fats earlier. And he just sort of looks inside, just goes, "Fucking hell!" It's like, just if he had a hat, he would tip it to you. But they sort of inform you that they've sent the Downside Kings on a run around, but and with how the Fusion Queen's been fucked up, he doesn't think that they're going to be coming back anytime soon.
All right, I'll sit in a corner and lick myself then.
Cool. +1. You get a sweet +1 to lick.
Yeah.
Cool. So, guys, searching around. So, searching through stuff. Does anyone? Things have quietened down. Does everyone want to kind of take stock of what you've?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna search the desk and then drop my ammo crate and use it as a seat and rifle through my bag and my shiny briefcase.
Okay.
X findings, and then eventually I'll look in the box as well.
Cool. You start rifling through the Vesk's gear. You find one ceremonial plate.
Ooh.
One. I really should have typed these up beforehand. One assault hammer.
What? Hang on. Is there somewhere I can just write?
Assault hammer, you say?
Yes, the very large thing which fucked up a couple people.
Hammer, you say?
It's just a big hammer made of salt.
One azimuth artillery laser.
What?
It's adding the word artillery is an instant. Excuse me.
We just found the equipment to start a small war.
When I say artillery laser, it is a very large. It's like a heavy rifle. It's
Like an antimatter rifle. Like,
not quite like not like a assault rifle, not like a sniper rifle, big rifle. It's more like an LMG.
oh wow.
Like a light machine gun. It is about as big as you can get whilst walking around with, you know.
Is it too big for Tin or Shag to wield?
Probably. It does
Okay.
have a requisite strength minimum.
Shag is actually pretty stocky because he found out he has to stab people with his biceps.
Just mount it on my back and use me as a weapons platform.
Yes.
I mean, there are handles, but
No, this is better.
you also find a frag grenade Mark 1,
Well, I pocket that instantly.
a shot grenade Mark 1, and and 200 creds.
Nice.
So that was on the Vesk. As you're like rooting through that, the dwarf from the level 21 sort of runs his hand through his plastic beard and just goes, "Oh fuck, you got Match Blaster, fucking hell!" And then he finally looks up and over behind the desk, and he just sort of whistles, going, "You got Nadaz, Jesus." She don't. I can't imagine she went down easy. Jesus Christ, you guys are serious. On the stuff that you swiped from Nadaz, the female woman gang leader, you found
Female woman.
The female woman as opposed to the male woman.
the female human. You found, as I said before, one tactical auto pistol.
You, female woman, over here.
You found a data pad.
Oh, I love data.
You found the aforementioned key card. And you found 500 creds.
Alright, I'll split the creds between the 6 of us.
Mm-hmm.
How does that split?
700, but
What's 100 over 6?
Oh.
Like, something odd. 116 credits each, I'll do.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. I will, one second, let me add that to Ira's.
I will pocket the grenades.
This assault hammer.
Yes.
I will just just toss the hammer at the bear.
Yes, you will.
I'm gonna hold up the plate and just gonna look at the plate and look down at my own chest and look at the plate again and then just toss it over my shoulder.
Yeah, I think I can't remember after.
Or just toss it into the room where everyone else is.
It is heavy armor, so. Yeah,
Who else uses heavy armor? Because I do, but
Does Ira?
I don't.
Ed?
Let me just double check if Ira does.
I have no idea.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of an armored bear.
No, he doesn't. He has.
I'm already an
armor.
armored bear, so.
Yeah, no.
More
Ira uses light armor so far, so he kind of.
More bear. Oh yeah, because he gets like his light armor thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's his stellar manifestation. Is his armor. So yeah, no, he has no real need for it.
The artillery laser is a heavy weapon, assumedly.
Yes.
I am not proficient in that. Does that mean I can't use it, or I just use it without any buff?
Use it. It's just you. I think you cannot actually use your dex modifier to the attack roll.
Yeah, so it's just a straight.
It's just a d20 roll every time you do it.
That seems like an awful idea.
Not great.
Anybody else proficient with heavy weapons?
I mean, I am, but that's because I'm a soldier. So.
I am.
Do they have any ranged capabilities as such?
Yeah, I've got long arms.
I've got long arms and I run at people.
Should we give the bear a big gun?
I'm not going to use it if anybody else can get any use out of it.
I think you might actually be the only person who has like heavy.
I have a great desire to see a small goblin fire a giant laser, but I can't. Currently, I'm not.
I will.
I need to level up.
Ultimately, though, if we can like mount it to my shoulder or something like that, and one of the tiny ones can stand on my shoulder and gun people down, I'm so in.
Bear mounted laser.
Well, Bear can carry it for now. I'm sure we can jury that up.
I mean, at the very least, it's pretty valuable.
Yeah.
I mean, valuable. You could sell it for stuff.
I think on the basis it's a cool weapon, and we'd like to use it at some point. Can Bear carry it across his back because he's got lots of space?
I can carry it.
I can carry these.
Let me just double check. I think it's one bulk.
That's fine. I got that.
So yeah, we've given. Bear is now kitted out like he's going to the country. And everybody else got a bit of money. Oh, and I got a tactical auto pistol. I don't know if that's better than a.
And you stole some grenades.
Oh, I stole a couple of grenades too. Yeah, so I need to add. So I need to add a shot grenade and a tactical auto pistol to my inventory. I'm going to do that now.
Lovely. Well, as the artillery laser.
Can I toss Tin the data pad?
Yeah.
Well, I'm busy fucking about.
Have we got like stat cards for these things?
It is in. Let me.
Cool.
What? Sorry.
Ed, am I right in thinking that the grenades are literally the different? Like a shot grenade is just exactly the same as a one frag grenade, but does shock damage instead.
If you look on that link I just posted, it also has. If you just click on there and go on to weapons, you can look on grenades. You can see shock grenades Mark 1 and what it does. Perfect. So a shock grenade is very similar to a frag grenade in a lot of ways. It has the same range and everything else like that. It does, instead of 1d6 piercing, it does 1d8 energy damage.
Yeah. But
otherwise it functions basically identically.
Cool. Thanks.
Cool. Nice. Cool. And in the stuff you guys pilfered from the back cages, you found what? You found one hollow skin.
The hollow skin?
One auto-targeting rifle. Two Mark 1 healing serums. A quick release armor upgrade, and 600 creds. That's just an extra 100 creds to everyone.
Woo!
Ooh.
So is it that pistol, Ed? Is it a semi-auto pistol tactical?
I think it is semi-auto. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, there's no just auto pistol thing that I'm assuming that's will be.
Yeah, it's tactical. Yeah. Tactical. Oh yeah, I think Tin has one as well. But yes, that's everything there. Whilst you guys are kind of been sort of divvying this stuff out, you're close. Close. Your new buddy, Jabaxter, head of the level 21 crew, finally makes his appearance. Probably about like sort of 10 minutes after all this has gone down, and he sort of wanders around and sort of surveys all the damage and says, well, I'll be damned. You guys actually did it. Neat. Well, I'm a man of my word. Everything here is yours. We will take over management, but we will see that when we sell all the assets, you guys will get a cut. I'll tell you what, did you want to wait until we've fenced it, or do you want to get your cut now?
Is there going to be a difference?
Roll a sense motive check.
I am not good at that. Anybody else want to get in on this?
It sounds like a killer deal.
Anybody else happen to be listening? I don't know. Maybe our face. Just asking.
I am more convinced than you that this is a good deal.
Emmett, you're charismatic.
He also has this box of like fruit supplements that he wants to sell you, and you guys are thinking this is a fantastic like opportunity.
It's going so well.
Mystery box.
Deal or no deal?
We can give you all of this credit, or you can open this mystery box.
Or we can split it.
Is Noel Edmonds here?
No Edmonds, yeah.
I've lost roll 20.
And Mr. Bobby.
Right, what do you want me to do, Sam?
Roll sense motive.
Pay attention, man.
I'm paying attention. My
Well,
mind wanders.
Yep. So Emmett is able to kind of like give you a nod. I mean, Jabaxter, in all his dealings with you guys so far, seemed pretty on the level. Like, he would give you an honest estimation of what it would be. So upon doing a little bit of inventory, looking at the bar supplies, come to about 1,500. Sort of, they start ticking things off, and after about an hour or so, looking at like bar supplies, taking a little bit of inventory of like some of the sound stage equipment and so on, it comes to about 2,000 credits.
Ooh.
So divide that 6 ways.
No.
333 credits each.
How much, sorry?
333 credits each.
Wait. 9. Cool. And then by this kind of time of the night, like some of the other members of the level 21 crew have started have turned up. They're like keeping a watch outside. A couple of them are inside starting to clean up. You kind of get the impression that this kind of hostile takeover isn't the most uncommon thing to happen down here. They do seem pretty well practiced at this. I mean, any of you guys who've spent much time down in the lower levels of the station will know that it's not uncommon for like a club like this to just be mysteriously closed for about a week or so and then just open under new management with no warning.
Who knew?
Yeah.
So this hollow thing we do, hollow skin.
Hollow skin, yes.
What is it? Is it armor?
It's like a disguise kit.
Ooh.
I will say, by the way, that heavy armor and the assault hammer are both worse than what I'm already carrying. So if anybody wants them, you're welcome to them.
If they've got strength prerequisites, nah, I'm good.
They do, so yes.
Is that 12?
Maybe, I don't know.
So yeah, the hollow skin is essentially it's like a projector. It's like an arm strap that goes around like your bicep. And basically what it does, it kind of does what it says. It projects a holographic sort of skin layer over your body, giving you the ability to disguise your sort of features like your race. And it can't like change your entire size or anything like that, but within reason, it can make you like appear a couple inches taller or shorter.
Should we give it to Brown Emmett so he can do a better snake oil salesman disguise?
Yeah, I could do a good snake oil salesman.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Andy, there you go. That's the hollow skin.
Why, thank you, sir.
Lovely.
The other things, there's an auto-target rifle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just a weapon that's really good at shooting things?
I believe so.
This website is really cool, Ed, but there doesn't appear to be a search function.
It's pretty rough trying to find stuff on here. I will be honest.
On the left-hand side, there's a search. It's under licenses. It's a really weird place to put it.
Yeah, it's just bizarre. Auto-target rifles fire continuously as long as the trigger is depressed and fresh rounds are available in the magazine.
It's 1d6. Damage.
So it doesn't appear to be any more. It's a level 2 rifle.
For me, it's no better than the tactical semi-auto pistol.
It's long arms, so it's probably better for someone else. But we have people who use rifles, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
It's a level 2 rifle and it's quite expensive, so it's probably considerably better than whatever else you're using.
I am not proficient in long arms.
And you use rifles.
How are you not proficient in arms?
I don't think I'm proficient, though.
No, they're only small arms.
If you're using a rifle, you probably are proficient with it, Andy.
Oh no, I'm quite stupid.
Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot.
No, quite the opposite. I am proficient in long arms, yes.
There you go. Have an auto-target rifle.
Something else I've got to put into my character sheet that I don't quite know how to do.
Actually, I was slightly relieved that both of those pieces of equipment were worse. It was like, cool.
And the last one is quick release armor upgrade.
Yep.
Ed, is this better than the rifle I've currently got?
I can't remember. Possibly not. It might have some slightly better special characteristics. I'm not sure what yours already has. I can't remember what the automatic function does specifically.
Ooh! Can I have the quick release sheath?
Quick release sheet do.
Quick release sheath. What?
That's what it said. That's what. Well,
You say it 5 times fast.
I searched quick release, and that's what came up. I'm assuming that's what Ed meant.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. It's like a quick release, sheath, or I think it's for your armor. You can just dump your armor really quick.
Weapon of no more than light bulk. You can activate this upgrade as a swift action to put the item in your hand as though you've drawn it. So you can hide. Is it hidden?
It's like built into the armor, so it's not as obvious as having it strapped on top, but it's not like hidden as such. It's more built for ease of access rather than like.
So can I put it on like up on the sleeve of my second skin armor?
Yeah, I would say so.
And hide my semi-auto pistol in it.
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Nice.
Nice.
I would have assumed you just fill it with grenades.
Huh?
I thought you were just going to fill it with grenades.
Even now, I'm pretty convinced it's just full of grenades.
I don't think grenades would fit, to be fair. I could fill it with grenades. Sorry, didn't mean to roll human skulls.
Mhm.
Sorry. Right.
After hours, this is a bowling club. It's
They're fresh, though.
yeah.
Look, I even put fresh. Why do I have? I'm not even gonna fucking. I do remember why I have 4 human skulls, but we didn't end up needing them. But I'm gonna keep them all the same. Are they probably not fresh anymore, are they?
Just in
They are
case.
not.
I'm gonna.
That was several weeks ago. You guys got those.
Adjusted. They are now less than fresh. All right. We all good?
Yeah.
Lovely. So I think the only thing you guys, you got that data pad, but I don't believe anyone's looked at it yet or anything like that. Is the only other thing.
Daniel-san. Damn, we can't hear you.
Hey, Dan.
There he is.
How we doing?
Good timing.
Hello, Dan.
What have I missed?
Looting and pillaging.
Basically, yeah, you guys finished off the fight with the Downside Kings. The level 21 crew have arrived, and you guys have just been divvying up the spoils.
Nice.
I've adjusted your wealth, so you've got a lot more credits now, but there
How many
wasn't
credits
anything else
did you end up
really.
with in total? Was it 600 and something?
I don't know. I had piecemeal, so
It
We
was
were adding it up
all in.
incrementally.
4, 3, 3.
Did you add to mine, Fayed?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, yours is all
Hang on.
topped up.
Can you add a little bit more?
It ended up being about 466 credits.
As you are the all-powerful.
Sadly, Dan,
Yeah.
I don't think there was much that we found that would be any use to you.
Sorry.
unless you use heavy armor, but I don't think you do.
I can use heavy armor, but then my armor won't work.
What about melee weapons?
Do you want
Melee
an
weapons, I can for sure use melee
Have an
weapons.
assault hammer.
Do you want an assault hammer? Because my flail is better, so you know.
What's the damage of a?
1d6.
My longsword is better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that the flail that might
Oh.
explode if you nat one it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's
So-
worth
Yeah,
getting
like
a backup.
it's better in every
Fucking
possible way.
amazing.
Ed, to be clear,
Yeah.
the reason this assault hammer was so good against us wasn't necessarily the hammer itself, it was the Vesk wielding it, am I right?
He was very large.
Yeah. So it wasn't so much that it was a really flashy hammer, it was being swung by a small mountain.
Is a significant contributing factor to
I was
this.
just checking, that we weren't missing something here, because I was like, it was decimating us in combat, why is it blasting everything we're already carrying?
When he did, I think he even did max damage on you guys like twice, which for him is like 10 points of damage. Which for you guys at this level was pretty devastating.
Yeah. But,
Nice. So Ira is very aware that everything has just been wrapping up nicely, you guys have pillaged and found some pretty sweet stuff, mainly just money and stuff that could be used in later stuff like the healing serums and some grenades. Emmett's
So,
got
what
sweet.
was in the shiny briefcase?
The shiny briefcase was where you found the hollow skin and the 600 credits.
Nice. Does someone want to grab the 2 healing I think the Mark 1 healing elixirs or whatever they're called?
Yeah, the healing serums.
The healing
Not
serums.
potions, yes.
Who's most squishy?
No, who's going to hit the most hits? I think is the
I am the least squishy. I take many hits. I have taken 13 stamina damage, and I'm still fine.
I could also take 13 stamina damage, and
I could not.
but only just.
I could take 7 more.
I could take 1 more. I am what we call heavy light. Yeah, that seems right to me. Yeah.
It's a medium, as we call it.
How dare you?
What do the healing serums? Do they just do hit points, or do they do stamina? How do they work with the hit point system?
They are just for hit points.
I think maybe other people take them because I'm the least likely to get down to my hit points.
So Mark 1 does 1d8 healing.
It's not bad.
So it doesn't heal stamina points, just hit points.
Just hit points. I mean, stamina is very easy to get back.
Yeah.
All you need is 10 minutes and 1 resolve point, and you can regain all your stamina.
If we get to the point where I'm having to use those to restore my hit points to stay alive, the rest of you are probably dead.
Fair point. All right, I'll take 1. I just want to. I think tin is probably the other squeakiest.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea, yeah.
He is as frail as a single tomato, so you know.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty squidgy, but I don't seem to get hit very much. So.
And it's very distracting.
Well, I've got you up 2 constantly doing jazz hands, so shoot
the
up
time.
face.
Tin, had you rolled computers to get into the datapad? I can't remember.
I rolled sleight of hand, I think.
I think that was. I think that was to search. No, that was to get into the cage in the back before.
Yeah.
I think you've got the datapad. Did you want to roll computers to?
Yeah, I can
go for it. Yeah. Oh damn.
That's one nerdy mouse.
Whilst you guys have been fucking around, like counting money, Tin has just been sat on there, like playing on the datapad, and managed to crack it in fairly easily. And it's quickly like sifting through. Damn kids in there. He's managed to install Skyrim on there somehow.
He's playing Doom on it. What?
But yes, what you find on there kind of confirms what you'd already looked at. There is communications between Nadars and Astral Extractions, basically talking in roundabout terms about like their dealings, what they want, who they want. It does make some explicit mentions of Duravor, Creel, and taking care of business. And it seems like all the sort of evidence you need to go back to the Starfinders.
Cool.
Good work, tiny tomato man.
No problem. Big bear man.
I mean, it's accurate, so I can't fault him.
Big snug man.
Oh.
And yeah, you guys are sort of free and clear now, depending on what you wanted to do.
We take this not dead guy with us.
I vote to feed the cats, Ed. That's what I vote.
I will be feeding them in a minute.
Just hear them in the back. No, don't apologise. It's funny.
Silly.
You can just hear them in the background.
Oh shit.
And because they clearly have never been fed ever in their lives.
As far as they know.
Confirmed.
Cool. Yeah, no, you can take him with you.
Does he
And
have to be alive?
are you taking them back with you to the Starfinders, or are you just?
Yeah,
Well,
they need
yeah,
someone to pay
Starfinders,
for the
yeah.
crimes.
Yeah, cool. So you, well, it takes you guys a little while just to get some trams and stuff and so on to get back to the upper levels and get back to the Lost Spire complex, head of the headquarters of the Starfinders, and then you head directly into the same building where you met with Chiskus before your insect contact. Your Shirin contact who sent you on this mission. And you kind of just as soon as you enter, the receptionist kind of jumps up from behind her desk and kind of like just ushers you in and sort of opens the door and closes it behind you. And behind the desk is your good buddy Chiskus. If I want to remind everyone, Chiskus. It'd be easier to pronounce if you didn't have tongues or lips or.
It sounds
I physically can't talk, so I pronounce it perfectly every time.
It sounds like the kind of noise you make to attract a cat.
Can't confirm. They are behind their desk in their usual kind of relaxed posture, and as you enter, sort of shoving this sort of poor, gangly gang member ahead of you, who sort of like flops to the floor, like exhausted. Doesn't seem to really sort of acknowledge him. He just sort of they look up towards you and say, "Well, sounds like you guys have had a productive evening." I've been in contact with the station security, and I believe your fellow here can be of great use to the security. If it's okay with you, I would like to take a report. And you guys, you are all acting on behalf of the Starfinders. There is no sort of wrongdoing on your part. We will clear this up with the station security, but if that wouldn't be too much trouble, that would be most helpful. It takes a little while. They take a little while just sort of getting your reports of what happened and getting the details clear. When it's all said and done, they simply say, "Well, you've performed your duties admirably, and I believe that you've investigated everything that you were charged with investigating. It definitely seems that Duravor was unfortunately the victim of corporate dirty dealings, and there's unfortunately not much we as the Starfinder Society can do about that at this present moment. Astral extractions are cripplingly humongous compared to the Society. We stand no chance in fighting them, either physically or in the courts. So we will need to work on this a little bit more. But I've spoken with Arvin, and we are all in agreement that you all, if you would agree, would be fine additions to our society. And they slide across 6 badges across the desk that you know to be sort of Starfinder Society badges. And if you would agree, we would like to induct you as full-fledged members of the Starfinder Society. What's it?
Will there be any hazing?
No. This is the Vescarium.
Guess I'll join then.
Do we get jackets?
There are some pretty dope jackets.
They say tunnel snakes roll on them.
Yes. You make the jackets in bear size.
We have all sizes.
Yes. I'm in.
Now, there is usually a formal ceremony to go along with this. However, unfortunately, circumstances as they are, a lot of the members of the council are out at the moment, and usually these are done in batches. So we will keep you posted. But as from this moment on, you are full-fledged members of the Starfinder Society with all its benefits and responsibilities. You are free to pursue all of your own interests. All we ask is that you do not bring the society into disrepute. And with that,
everybody in the party looks at somebody else like, hey, you better fucking not get away.
And with that, you guys are free. You guys have some downtime if you want.
Nice. Okay.
How
What are we
feasible
gonna
would it
do
be
with
to
this?
build a weapons platform?
Go to the pub.
Do we make a deal that we get free drinks at that club?
Yeah, we did.
We then also murdered everyone. So they're gonna need some time to set it up, I think.
No. We. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
There is a in the Law Spire complex. There is like several bars. There is like a couple like oh, what the fuck are they called?
Is it a members club? Are there free drinks?
No, they're not free. They're definitely discounted for members of the staff. Well, they're for members of the staff Finder Society only. There's a couple ones which are slightly more high end. They're only for the like council members or like leaders or visiting dignitaries and that sort of thing like that. But there are some of the more like rustic, shall we say, bars in the Law Spire. Which sort of there are sort of basic accommodations that you can rent from the Starfinders at a very sort of discounted rate, but nothing is free and just easily provided. You are expected as Starfinders to kind of pull your own weight, as it were.
Well, Bear's got a lot of weight to pull.
Forgive my horrendous memory. Do we actually own a ship?
No, not yet.
Our ships.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking. Yeah, okay. So
Currently, we don't really have a base of operations as such.
But what we do have is guns, so we could take a ship.
I like the way you think.
I like how we join an intergalactic law society. The first thing we think is maybe we should commit piracy.
Yeah, like moments after we were told, don't bring us into disrepute. We're just like, So if we stole a ship.
Hey, that's a nice sort of watch you got there.
While shaking hands with somebody getting sworn in.
That's a fine photo. Oh, is that your family? Oh, they look cute.
Something happened to them.
We are despicable people.
Yeah.
Apart from Dom.
What I'm hearing is actually what we need to do is just find legitimate salvage of a ship. So, you know.
Well, whilst you guys are thinking about what you want to do in your downtime, I'm just going to go feed these whiny bastards. One second.
Hey, we have names.
Hey. Don't whip you to it, damn it.
Yeah.
So let's go to the junkyard and find a ship.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here's the key thing. All right. If we have to build a ship, or we get a ship, we have to come up with a name for it. Now, I think the Rusty Scud Bucket.
Rusty Scud Bucket sounds pretty good.
Say again?
The slab.
Fine
by the fact that if there's any holes, we just cover them in a big slab of steel.
Nah.
Regardless of where they are, even if they're like on the windscreen, just slab of steel.
Slab of steel over the door.
Yeah, it's a slab of steel. Just cover it in steel.
Windscreen's gonna crack. You know what that means?
It would have the aerodynamics of a brick, but who cares? It's a void.
I mean,
we do that. We have to call it the coaster.
I think we should call it the Unsinkable.
No, Unsinkable 2.
It's like a movie, Unsinkable 2, The Resinking.
What about Scud Bucket, the Unsinkable Slab 2?
Stack names.
The unsinkable slab.
2.
2.
Electric Boogaloo, yeah.
Electric Boogaloo.
I think we should just call it default. Like we
Scud
never
Bucket,
named it.
the Unsinkable Slab 2.
Just like we never actually named it, just refer to it as default.
Or what's it? Unknown spaceship or something like that, so that it's
Placeholder.
yeah, placeholder. I like that.
So many names, so little time. But before we get hung up on this, we may end up finding that we still can't even buy like.
Oh yeah. Even the most rusted, shitty, like rowboat equivalent to a ship will be like, "Whoa, it's too expensive."
Yeah.
Yeah, but we could just intimidate the scrap metal merchant.
We have literally just joined. It has just happened.
Can we requisition resources?
I mean, maybe we can like buy one on credit or something, you know?
Starfinder credit. Perfect.
Let's go through the loan chart.
Oh, that's it. That's genius. I knew
Let's,
that's the reason we bought you
This is-
all up.
This is space.
let's
It might just
murder
be
a loan
shark.
shark and take on his business.
Actually, something I've just realised with tinned tomatoes in Starfinder world, do tomatoes exist? Do we know what tomatoes are, or are you just called tinned tomatoes? And everybody's like, no, I assume tomatoes is a family name.
Well, the planet I come from, we have copious amounts of tomatoes.
Is it a red planet?
So many, we have to tin them.
Space Italy.
See what you did there. Cuts to the tinning process, which is just literally Tim eating all of the tomatoes.
It's like,
Like,
oh,
this is what tinning them is.
A tin secretly obese.
Obese?
yeah, for a mouse person, he's obese. For the rest of us, we'd call him still tiny. Like, just looks like he's eating a single peanut, you know?
It's all fur, okay?
It's only fur.
I do like the idea that when getting rations, everybody gets the same portion. So Tin Tomatoes is living like a king.
Bear is hungry as fuck.
Oh god, yeah, you have no idea. I want to eat the mouse man.
I thought you were just living off trash.
I mean that too, but you know. Little column A, little column B, you know how it is.
So is the spaceship just going to be called insert name here?
I think placeholder name or placeholder,
Placeholder.
something like that. Something, just the placeholder.
Ship 1.
Diarrhea.
That's the like intergalactic equivalent of calling your ship a fart bloke.
What?
No. Actually, I like that because it sounds fancy, but it just means fart noise in French.
What is Skug Bucket, the unsinkable slab 2?
I don't know.
That was a suggested name for the ship we don't yet own.
Alright.
We're just spitballing, you know, as you do.
I quite like Breed a Pet.
Breed a Pet. So
What does
you
that
guys
correct
just
translate as? I know it means fart noise, but what does it actually translate as?
Fart noise. I don't know. I typed fart noise into Google Translate and then turned it to French, and that's what it told me.
So you guys just sat in a bar, just sort of just like spitballing, like ship names.
We're sat in the philo.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like that. Very
and
good.
the fire's on, and it's bastard hot, and there's fucking loads of people in there.
And then someone's you're looking after someone's dog who's gone to the toilet.
Sorry, I just checked. The direct translation is noise of fart.
So what are you guys doing? So you guys got some downtime. So you guys are spending a fair amount of time in the bar. I'm assuming, especially the first day, just decompressing. Is there anything specifically you guys are trying? Each of you guys are trying to accomplish individually. You guys going shopping? You guys?
I think Bear and I. Well, we were keen to explore the used ship market, starting at the junkyard.
Before we spend our money on anything stupid, we can buy something really stupid.
Let's get some magic beans.
Genius.
Because I think we probably got. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to have. I don't know how much are ships.
Let me just have a quick look.
Because it's one of those things where if we can get an idea for cost, we can start figuring out whether it's something that we're going to be able to buy or something we have to steal.
Salvage.
Just steal it.
Again, we have just joined.
So this is how we're spending our downtime. We're just reminding Shag that we've just joined.
Let's just get money from the loan shop and then just.
So you guys, so Mr. Snugglesworth and Shag, you guys, by asking around, you guys are directed to not the seediest, but what you've been led to believe is one of the more sort of at least respectable used ship dealers in the arms.
Is there a seedier one? We are very poor.
Okay, if you don't want that one, so the next
No.
The slightly seedier one. You find a place. It's you go into one of the one of the more working blue collar neighborhoods of the arms of the station, and you find a large yard, sort of with fencing all round, with some of the dry docks, with several. You can see the sort of hulks and the husks of several ships, and you find a place called Zed's. One moment, just got that Rigby out. Yeah, come on.
What happened?
He had to let Rigby
as you head in, there's basically what looks like a little porter cabin off to the side, just as you come in the gate. As you sort of knock on the door, there's a surly-looking Sheeran sort of pokes his head out and sort of asks what you're all about, and takes you on a little tour of the yard. He asks, "So, what sort of thing are you looking for? What's your budget? What are you starting with? What are you in the market for?"
Well, we're looking for something that we can fit a crew of 6 in. Preferably with some kind of combat capacity and some kind of cargo capacity, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to be able to
All
carry
right.
people.
So how much? So
It needs to have room with lots of buttons and noises and goes. Choo, choo, choo.
We need a swirly one. Yeah.
We need some speakers for Brown Emmett to play next round.
he is diligently taking notes on his data pad. He's just zoomed.
So I want to be very coy and sort of not mention budget and just get him to start telling us suggestions of models or costs.
Well, follow me. And he takes you to a couple things. There's one thing he takes you to, which is like a sort of a boxy looking yellow thing. It looks in decent repair. If anyone wants to do a engineering check or piloting check, they can sort of get an idea for that.
I can do an engineering check.
Yeah, I'll let anybody other than me go for that.
Oh, I don't. Doesn't look like I need to bother.
One sec.
Go on,
Yeah.
you need to
No,
bother.
Tin. I suppose I don't know. It was okay. Tin and Shag are able to say, "This is a this is a Pegasus class ship. It's quite like I say, quite boxy, but it's quite similar to one of the ships that you'd used previously, the Law Seeker, the one that Captain Arvin loaned you for the first little part of your adventure.
Mhm.
It's reliable enough. He takes you on a little look around, and whilst the interior doesn't look as well maintained as the Law Seeker, and there's less sort of amenities, like there's the sort of the facilities don't look as stellar, and the crew quarters don't look as comfy, and the weapons don't look quite as good. Looks in decent repair. He says this one I can do about 6.5.
How much money do we actually have?
Even if he means 1,000, we don't have enough, but we're not going to let on.
He does mean 6,500.
He
So
does.
we hide that fact. We're just
How much have we actually got?
Sorry, wait. He does or doesn't
Sorry, does or doesn't work?
mean 6,500?
He does mean 6,500.
All right, that's
Yeah.
considerably less. I was expecting to be like, 6.5 million.
Oh, yeah, that would have been like, oh, cool, we're stealing. See.
So, how much do we actually have altogether?
I've got 690.
Together.
I have.
I've got about 900.
Yeah, I have just over 900.
Right, give me. I need the exact figures. We'll start with you, Sam.
I've already started doing that, and I've got 690, 900, and 900 from Andy and Dom.
Oh, I have 1070.
I have 984.
I have
87.
What have you got, Tom?
990.
Is that all of us?
Unless there's a seventh person.
That we have between us, we have a shade over 5.5 grand. So if we sold a bit of the crap we took,
Or if we had maybe a face that could try and haggle down.
I'm going to put it out there and say, ideally, we want to get it for about 5. Otherwise, we'll have a ship, we'll be skin broke.
Yeah.
He thinks. Well, does anyone want to try and haggle him?
We do also
yeah.
we have some gear we don't really like, that massive
How
laser.
dare you.
We have a massive laser LMG that we don't. No one can really.
No.
use.
That's going to get mounted on my shoulder and used as a weapon.
But the people who are going to shoot it don't have proficiency with heavy weapons. It won't be any better because of it.
It'll look baller as fuck. I don't see how you're not getting this.
Yeah, you seem to be thinking it's a weapon. It's an accessory.
Yeah, like what? Shoulder pad gun.
Do you know how much the ceremonial armor was worth? Because no one's actually using that.
Not very much. It was. Hang on, I did add that in. It's 110.
I mean, that's 110 more than we had.
Yeah.
Alright,
Ed, I am going to try and haggle him down.
Seduce him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be like chatting about the fact that, like, looking at it, it definitely looks more like a sort of a passion project as opposed to sort of like a ready ship. And obviously, if it's a passion project, we're going to have to do a lot of work on it to get it ship shape anyway, so to speak. We're going to end up spending a lot of money just fixing her up. And obviously, scrapyard's going to be a good place to get those said items. We're going to spend a lot of money with him. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Meanwhile, I'm going to walk around and point out any of the problems with it. So any bits of rust or dents or anything that doesn't look like it's working or been bodged.
All right.
Can Shag using his high hearing score advise on what's wrong with the ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
So to speak.
When you are looking, Shag and Tin are able to kind of point out to you guys that the for one, doesn't have a drift engine, which is quite important. Is not always that's not always something that is on all sort of spaceships. A lot of, especially around the station, people don't necessarily feel the need to have one, especially if they're just heading out into different parts of the station. It can be quicker, or if they're heading out into the Armada, the sort of the cloud of ships that surround the station and is basically like an unofficial fifth sort of sector of the station. They don't usually use that, and drift engines are expensive, so it doesn't actually have a drift engine, which would be necessary to make it be capable of galactic travel. They do, and the weapons aren't as amazing as on your previous, on the ones that you've used before.
Shall we see what else he has on offer before we commit to haggling for any one given ship? Because we'll not really see if we haggle and buy one and then find out he has something better. What do you want to eat?
He asks you, so what is it so are you guys, and it's at this point that he kind of notices the badges, and he kind of right, I see. You don't want that. Come with me. And he
fancy.
He gets a bit more excited. I mean, looking at you guys, he didn't think you were the biggest of spenders.
How dare he? It's fine.
All the most serious clientele he has. But he finally perked up, and he takes you around to see something else. I just wanted to find something. He says, I got something I can show you. This might be better for you guys. I think if you guys are going to be spending some time on here, you're going to be traveling for long stretches, you might be carrying some cargo, you might be wanting to at least make yourself semi-comfortable. Check this out. And it's a white sort of... it's got a generally cylindrical fuselage with kind of two main wings out the side and two rear sort of stabilizers coming out at 45-degree angles. It's got a cockpit in the front and sort of landing gear underneath. It's got the thrusters in the back in the sort of normal configuration. It looks a fair bit bigger than the other one. Between Shag, Tin, and Tin, and then Zed sort of confirming for you, he's able to tell you that this is a medium explorer sort of class ship. Much better for galactic travel. And this is specifically a vagabond model. And says this is a little bit pricier, I will admit, but this is gonna come a lot better equipped to do what you are gonna want to do it, and is gonna take less. Although it's a bit more pricey, you're not gonna have to spend all the money fixing it up. This one I can let go for, let's say 13.
We definitely have. Yep.
Can we confer?
Of course, by all means. And huddle.
Huddle, boys!
How does a huddle work, given our huge height differences?
I think the bear just stands there with
belly.
rock gathers around him like children.
I'm imagining there's several tiers to the huddle. Like there's like the outer shell is like Mr. Snugglesworth and M and like Ira and Emmett, and then there's like Tin and Shag underneath.
A little two-person huddle below us.
Yeah.
They're just hugging.
So we don't have enough money to buy that outright now. We could look at finance, or we could put a deposit down and come back later. What are we thinking?
I mean, we want a ship, but maybe if we take some work specifically, like, we want to do some high-paying work so that we can save up enough, because I'd rather buy this than buy one of the cheap ones, and also I'd rather not get in debt to a loan shark or something.
Let's just get a loan and not pay him back.
Yeah, get the money off a loan shark and then arrest him.
A loan shark. Yeah.
That's, I mean, there are always jobs. You guys, the of you guys who have spent enough time on the station, you would know that in basically every bar there is always like business being done. There is always jobs going, and especially as members of the Starfinder Society, the Starfinders especially are going to be easy sort of sources of jobs and income for you.
I mean, the Starfinders might give us a loan.
I think
Might be better to get a loan from them than try and get it from the dealer or like a loan shark or something. I mean, fuck it. Is there a bank we can use?
Yeah, let's form a business. And let's take
all
out.
right. Let's
I can't
incorporate.
wait to see.
Let's
this
take a business loan.
proposal.
Okay, what do we call the business?
Snugglesworth Incorporated.
That's the fucking.
What did you say, Dom?
Snugglesworth Incorporated.
The bear in like a suit. There's like Shag with his hair like greased back.
Everybody trying to look as sophisticated as possible.
And as you can see in this chart here,
Line goes up.
Corbridge's darlings.
bigger the ship, bigger the boom boom, bigger the profits.
Can we be one of those? Can we be one of those businesses that has a really random generic name that doesn't mean anything? So it gives you no idea of what we do, so we can do whatever we like, and no one can call us out on having a name that doesn't fit.
We are Hillcrest, the private military company.
Something solutions, something.
A1 Solutions.
Violent solutions.
Dog shit solutions.
Dog shit.
No, because that sounds like they're going to be a shit solution to your problem.
Yeah. No,
When you don't have a good solution, you need dog shit solutions. So what are you guys doing? Are you guys...
Wait.
Are you guys going to go to the bank and try to get out a small business loan?
Yes.
Try and convince the bank clerk to give us a business.
Does anyone want to roll a culture check for me?
Yes.
On.
Oh wow, I don't know anything about. I'm
M is able to tell you. M and Brown Emmett are able to tell you that.
I'm a street thug. I know nothing about banks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, considering that you guys aren't, although you are mercenaries, technically, well, now you're employed Starfinders. Those are notoriously unstable forms of income, and most commercial banks are not willing to loan out.
We have a habit of dying and not paying these things back.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a hazard of the job. M. Yeah, M. Well, actually, no. Emmett, don't you have outlaw as like your background?
I think so.
So yeah, Emmett would be able to tell you that with his culture check and his sort of background, would be able to tell you that that is the kind of money that isn't impossible to put together with like a couple jobs, especially if you're like diligently saving for something, or even just like one big job. Like that is a doable sum of money, you know, for the people of your skill set.
Yeah, what if we tried to find like bounties?
Can we just start a Kickstarter?
Crack on.
Whilst your guys' discussions have been ongoing, Zed pipes up. If you guys don't have the money for it right now, I tell you what, I haven't had a serious buyer for this one for a while. I'll tell you what, I'll put it to the side. I'll put it on reserve for you guys only. I can hold it for a few months, but so if that sways you.
All right. Without further ado, Shag's gonna spit on his palm and go shake his hand and offer his hand.
Sheeran don't have saliva, so he just shoves it in his mouth and wiggles it about a bit, and then shakes your hand.
That could have gone one or two ways.
But yeah, he just says, deal!
We've got a deal on nothing.
Deal on...
deal
on, like, it's a gentleman's handshake.
A gentleman's agreement.
All gentlemen's handshakes are done with spit handshakes,
future
yes.
work. Yeah.
Alright, so we need to go to a bar, because this is where all great businesses are born, and come up with a name. I like Ursine & Co. Solutions, because it's basically Bear and Friends, but business.
Well, yeah.
Ursine & Co. It's just yep, there's a bear and his mates.
So you guys heading back to one of the many bars to, like...
I've been muted, fuck.
Workshop
Can we
this.
say, instead of & Co, & Sons?
We're not bears.
Exactly.
But you're all my children.
That's a bit creepy, but yeah.
As long as it's Ursan & Co. Holdings.
Ursan & Co. Holdings.
Yeah, makes it like we're a holding company.
That makes it sound more shady.
Exactly.
An oldie space.
When anybody asks, we just say, import this, export that. That's all.
Imports, exports, murder.
Imports and exports, you know.
What do? We import bullets into people's bodies. We export blood.
Wallets.
Out of their bodies.
We export wallets.
I thought you could say more accurately, we import cash, we export bullets.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, we don't actually need to do anything to. Well, I suppose we need to open a bank account, don't we, with Ursine & Co. Holdings to be a legitimate business.
Am I allowed to open a bank account?
Please, sir.
I mean, that's something
You're a higher life form. You can have a bank account.
Yeah, that's something that you could open at any of the commercial banks here for no sort of extra charges as such. If you're just opening like an account as a business account, yeah, you don't need to.
Is there the concept of separate legal personhood in?
Dude.
You're the only person who knows what the fuck you just said.
Dude.
Alright, never mind. Carry on. I was just checking it. Could keep creditors off our back, but it's fine.
So yeah, I think what he's saying is it then a case of Ursine & Co. Holdings can own the ship, and then if we don't make the payments, we're not liable for them. The company is.
I mean, if you buy it outright, then it's yours. But yeah, if you want, it depends on how you're going to go about it.
To agree to go after the company and not us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say.
Every time they chase us, I don't know, man. I just work here.
The legal aspect might not matter.
You have to talk to Mr. Ur and Mr. Sign. Sorry.
Yeah, that's our bosses. You know.
Sons. No one knows who Sons is.
Are you guys so after your sort of day sort of out shopping for ships? Is there anything sort of individually that you guys would like to do or accomplish? I
wanna set up a fancy pair of foot stirrups and a clamp on the bear's shoulder so we can have this cannon mounted.
Yes.
Okay.
So that either the tabaxi, not the tabaxi, the Yosoki,
Tabaxi.
or the Yosoki or the goblin can like stand on like you've got little footholds and then it can just hold onto the back of the rifle as like handholds and just shoot things.
I love the idea of somebody, on my shoulder shooting things while I'm just smashing shit up.
I will say, just because it's mounted doesn't mean you guys are now proficient in
Oh no, I
heavy
think
weapons.
not to be. That's fine.
Oh yeah, this is like they can get proficiency whenever. If it's mounted on me, it's like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
that's fine.
Yeah. This means they can hold it.
I will say yes. If that all
Yes.
that would do is the strength requirement would just have to be on Mr. Snugglesworth, and Mr. Snugglesworth would take the sort of
The bulk.
penalties due to the bulk. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That tracks.
Yeah. No, there's
Cannons on every level.
you go to a couple like armor sort of like outlets, and none of them or they all sort of like sort of steer you away until one guy goes like, maybe try 2 doors down, and you come to this bondage parlor, and you go, and you describe what you want, and the guy's like, oh yeah, I could do that, no problem, lickety split.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he meant 2 doors the other
What's
way?
color?
Is he an excitable camp Scandinavian man?
No,
Aren't they
he
all?
is an excitable camp Vesk.
Oh wow.
Imagine a hulking lizard man with a tank with like a crop top,
A mesh shirt.
a mesh crop top, and you know it's not real, but there's like a handlebar mustache, just like glued on there.
Guys, this is awakening things in me that I don't like.
Oh yeah, no, we could do that, no problem. Don't be silly. So whatever, yeah, come down. Yeah, I'll have that done by tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
I like the idea of just having a weapon mount on my shoulder, because that does mean, if we get not just this gun, but any other guns with a strength requirement, we can potentially bodge them, as I believe I am the only one with a high strength.
I've got a strength of 16.
Oh shit! All right, yeah, fair play.
As I said, I remember
is probably
when I had to
decent.
stab people with my
My strength's
biceps.
15.
Oh shit! All right, fair
Okay.
play. But we don't have any strong people who use ranged weapons, do we?
Oh, then Shag would be Shag and Shag
I
would
could
be able
actually
to
use it
carry
in-
this thing if you wanted.
Yeah, I could just carry it, which kind of amuses me because I feel like carrying a gun longer than I am tall is amusing. It's the lack of proficiency currently is bothering me, but if I
That's
get
the big
proficient with
problem,
it,
yeah.
I might end up relieving you of it for a while.
Proficiency.
Well, I was going to say
possible to get.
having like the harness and stuff like that on me, that also has the benefit of, if we want to do more like throwing goblins at people stuff.
Yeah, I know because I've already got like I can get combat.
Hmm.
What are they called? I can't remember. I can't remember what they're called now. I get operative exploits,
Oh yeah.
and I can as part of those exploits, I can just take like combat. I can't remember what the abilities, and some of those are just like gain proficiency with X weapon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think operatives gain some like weapon specializations at certain points.
Yeah, I think
And you
I'd
can
have to
do
give up
those.
my trick. I'd have to give up my trick attack. But I feel like it won't matter because I'll be shooting too many things.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and like there's like when you guys get take feats, you can just take like weapon specializations or weapon proficiencies. As can be those feats.
I think I think I took it off.
Yeah, cool. Anything else that people trying to look for specifically, sort of individually?
No, not yet.
Okay.
There's things that I do want, but I can't afford yet. So
Cool.
just have to wait. Let's see.
Very nice. Sweet. So a few days go by of you guys. Well, I'll tell you what. What do you guys do? Are you guys looking for work right now?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, are all of you guys sort of going out separately and looking for your own work, or are you all sort of like consolidating as one person acting as like the rep for you guys?
we all go out looking for work and end up like office temping.
Yeah. All right. So the people who are out looking, can you roll me? What would it be?
We're out separately, but looking for work for the collective, not.
Yeah. So could you guys either roll me, culture, or if you have something relevant in like in your profession thing, like I know, I think one of you guys is a con artist, that kind of thing would.
Hell yeah!
I am a con artist.
There you go.
Hey.
Oh, fucking damn.
Hey.
Hey, nice.
Can I?
Ooh. This is
Can I-
going surprisingly well.
Can I get? Can I just steal some money as a hacker, or find a job doing something hacking or tech related?
You're going to end up on like stage 2 of a tech interview.
Alrighty.
I mean, the
Okay.
last time we had a hacker, he became a serial killer, so
Also
Cool.
true.
it's a good start.
All right. Brown Emmett. Oh, where did I put this? I had this all ready. Tables. Cool. Emmett, can you roll me a d20?
Yeah. If you ask me on a Monday,
8.
I don't know if that's good or not.
No, that's all right. As you, as you spent a day or two like hitting the streets, like hitting some of your normal haunts, like trying to scare up some work. And whilst you have had a couple offers of like just close protection stuff, none of it is really like, it's all very like street level. None of it's really like well paying enough to like catch your eye. And then there's a moment when you guys are all like coming out of one of the bars to head home, and you're walking past an alley, and you come across what seems like someone rifling through a bunch of bins out behind a warehouse.
Get off my bins.
And this isn't unheard of. Like, this isn't something very interesting, because, like, I mean, there's a lot of homeless people who like, there's a lot of sort of sweet stuff in bins sometimes.
It's true.
It's only until they jump out and you see what they are that it catches your eye. What jumps out of the bin looks most akin to a floating brain. It is about the size. It is about the size of tin, with a little body sort of hovering underneath, because this creature does sort of float.
Is it slime time?
It's not slime time. The body doesn't appear to be very functional. It appears to be a bit vestigial, but despite that, it's still dressed quite sharply in sort of a very, not like trendy, kind of like a well-worn suit and long coat. And it even has like a tiny little hat on top.
On top of the brain or the body?
On top of the brain.
Oh my god.
The brain is the head. There is no like eyes or anything like that. Can anyone roll me a life science check?
Oh, I'm good at life science.
Oh,
that is a braid.
So, Mr. Snugglesworth, you would be able to know that this is contemplative. Now, contemplatives are a race of highly intelligent beings who have some small telepathic abilities. They are generally very sort of cloistered. They generally stick to their homeworld and act in sort of high up sort of companies as sort of economic philosophers, or as research scientists, or just simply sort of sitting in their sort of monasteries contemplating the mysteries of the universe. it's very odd to see one sort of rifling through the trash here. And upon seeing you, they float over and say, why, gentlemen, please, could I enlist your assistance, please?
Why, yes, you certainly could, kind sir.
Wow, what a fine gentleman. Please give me a boost up in here. I think I found a clue.
I think I found a clue.
How do you boost a floating creature?
We just found Foghorn
They
Leghorn.
hover, they don't fly.
Okay.
He can suspend himself a little bit, like sort of about like a foot off the ground.
Gotcha.
I think it is Foghorn Leghorn we just found.
You managed to boost him up into one of the slightly bigger bins, and he rifles around a bit. And he for after about a minute, he comes up triumphantly. He says, "Ha ha! I told you, it was in here all along." And he comes up with it just appears to be like a snack wrapper. And as haha, I think I've cracked it. My most pressing and challenging case to date. Gentlemen, thank you for your assistance. It has been invaluable. I'm sure my employers will be very pleased that I've not been delayed. Now, if you will excuse me, I need to crack this case wide open. And he goes to leave.
Are you a detective?
Well, my manners. My name is Hieronymus Blint. And he does a little bow, as far as like a floating brain can bow.
Guys, somebody take over. My brain isn't capable of this.
Where is he?
Do you have some art for this?
I do.
Oh, yes. Oh my, it's so much bigger.
Gentlemen, you have been invaluable in your assistance on this matter, and my employers, I cannot divulge, but they will be very thankful. And he takes a moment to actually finally look you guys up and down and noticing like the weaponry and like the cut of your various jibs. And he finally goes, now, you gentlemen wouldn't be in the freebooting industry or sort of freelance soldiering persuasion, would you?
Been known to partake.
We've dabbled.
No, I find myself in an embarrassing predicament. Now, usually I would be able to deal with anything through calm logic and thoughtful deductions. Unfortunately, with these creatures, that does not always fly. I am in need of some muscle, as were. Would you gentlemen be willing to assist me in this matter?
Sounds good to me,
Yeah.
mate.
Let's do it.
Our muscles are available. Of course, we will have to charge a fee.
Understandable.
Yes,
I can compensate you handsomely. My per diem, I'm sure, can cover it. I can offer
Excellent.
you,
Is
gentlemen.
13,000.
I can offer you how many of there is you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think with a generous 500 each, I can give you, between you all, a 3,000 credits for the evening's work. Would that be to your
We're going to need 4,000 off your card, sir.
roll a persuasion check, or was that diplomacy?
Mm-hmm.
Diplomacy.
He mimicked the accent as well, so I feel very safe right now. Ooh.
Oh.
Ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Decent.
I do declare.
I
He says,
declare.
why, sir, you are a gentleman and a scholar, and I can tell that I'm making a wise investment in your fine personage. 5,000 it is. And what I need you for, gentlemen.
Well, thank you, my tiny little brain friend.
Well, gentlemen, what I need you for.
This whole thing is just a fucking trick. I'm just sat here like, what the fuck's going on? I'm so confused.
What is in these bins?
What? I've only had 2 beers, but I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on, but yeah, it's just insanity.
What I need assistance with, and this is a little bit sensitive, I will have to insist that what you witnessed tonight does not go with you. That you take these secrets to your graves. And he whisks you.
I've got them more than I've ever known.
He leads you away into the arms, so one of the more touristy districts of the station, and he takes you to a sort of a bridge overlook, and it is overlooking a bar. And he tells you, now, I cannot go into the details of this, mainly because I do not know, frankly, if I can trust you. But there is a evil creature living in here, and I'm afraid it cannot be allowed to leave. Now, this creature, I'm afraid, again, I cannot give you the details of what we are fighting and why, but just know that your universe and the station at large will thank you for it. We need to infiltrate, exterminate, and extricate. Does that sound agreeable?
Doesn't not sound agreeable.
It sounds most fine, sir.
Capital.
Is he going with it?
And he, where are we?
I would like to take this moment now to activate my armor.
How long does your armor last for?
I believe it is until I turn it off.
Is it fairly obvious?
Yes, it glows red.
In full solar armor, everyone's going to be like, "Oh, this guy's here for a fucking fight." So the infiltrate part of that.
Using electricity to turn on the lights.
It doesn't say anything about how long it would last for.
I'm not sure.
I'm just reading it now. There's nothing on it as far as I can see.
That's pretty cool. I think whilst we don't know, I think we'll just assume that it lasts until otherwise stated, because I'm pretty sure like you can have like a weapon that is just out for like undetermined amounts of time.
I'm just reading it now. I'm just reading the thing on it. I'll go back into the PDF for it, but bear with me.
No.
Yes.
Now he, Hieronymus, elaborates a little bit more. Now there's a creature posing as a fine dwarven fellow in the apartments down yonder, and I do not know where he is in there. All I know is that he is posing as a family man and is holding this family hostage. Now, obviously, I cannot get the station security involved, as they are not suited to this kind of delicate undertaking. Do I have your agreement?
Yeah.
So,
No reason why not, sir.
Sounds good to me, mate.
Now, I have not done all the dynamic lighting for this. I do apologize, but
You just have to apologise with the accent, and we'll forgive you.
I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
I will never.
Let me show you the mess around.
Now, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is the apartment that Hieronymus kind of points you guys to.
Oh, here's the thing. Okay, right. So I can do it whenever I want. It lasts for as long as I want, but I can choose to whether or not it it sheds light unless I'm in like stellar mode. So like when I get into a fight. So I'm gonna act like I'm gonna keep it dim but have it active.
Oh, that's cool. That's sweet. So yes, depending on how you guys want to go about this, you can go about it however you want. If you want to just kind of rush in and go for it, that is up to you.
I think we should send the mouse in through the duct.
Through the ducts.
Yeah.
So are these multiple flats?
Yes. So there is. He tells you that it's the one sort of facing the street. No, it's this one.
Yeah, okay.
He lays out he draws out like the rough layout of the apartment and kind of gives you this view beforehand. And then there's this second one, which is kind of like unrelated.
I reckon go outside and climb up this air conditioning unit or whatever this thing is.
Mm-hmm.
And have a look through that window. Go, mouse, go!
Oh, by the way, I can choose to have cold or heat resistance with this armor. Apparently, whoops, definitely forgot about that.
Can Emmett be stood outside reading the Absalom Standard or whatever?
I think it's the Absalom Gazetteer.
Okay. Can I read?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll a bluff check for like or stealth, whichever you prefer to be like nonchalant. Okay. Damn. Yeah, Emmett is really gone method and just sort of like sunk into the role of random passerby.
Don't mention method. Gets it.
Shit. Okay, yeah. Tin climbs up that like he runs up the drain pipe like I'm not sure something runs up drain pipes. And manages to get himself just up here onto the air conditioning unit, looking in here. Inside, you guys see. You see.
Did you ever get any like interplayer comm systems?
Yeah, no, I think you guys did.
I've got one.
I can remember a discussion.
Yeah, we did. We all got comm stuff
Right.
because I spent 6 credits on it. That's how much it cost. Comms.
Can I say I'm in over?
Can you do a perception check for me, Tin?
I'm over.
Roger.
Fucking hell.
Can I roll to attack myself?
Tin, do you have like dark vision or low light vision or anything?
I have dark vision.
Okay,
God.
cool.
We did
So-
not check.
So looking in here, you are able to see the forms underneath the covers of 2 children. What appears to be 2 children.
Right.
Go get some beer. I'll be right back.
So what are we actually trying to look for?
Hieronymus comes up over the comms. He's like, no, my young fellow. It's the father. The father is the one who's posing. Who is the fake here? Is a shapeshifter in human garb.
Right. Okay.
So he
Wait,
could be one of the
Oh,
two.
but, yeah.
Shall I just go in?
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
Do the ducks not skirt the parents' room?
Roll a stealth check.
That's not on me because I'm not in. I'm not
Oh no, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we sent the bear up the pipes.
No, hang on, hear him out.
The two furriest members.
We have to blend him to get him in. Where's that industrial blender?
Yeah, you just pour me in like a smoothie. Yes.
All right, Tin, you managed to open the door. It's unlocked. Well, the window, and it's unlocked, and you managed to get in without sort of alerting the sleeping forms of the children.
So, shall I just walk in and around the corner into this?
Hold down, collect them. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, go for it. So if you move your token around, I'll tell you if something happens.
So I'm looking for what's in this room.
So I won't make you keep rolling perception. So with your previous perception check, yeah, you see kind of like how it's laid out here. It's fairly orderly for what appears to be a family home. They're like the TV's still on, but it's just kind of like just random infomercials playing. There's like washing up in the sink there and so on, and there's a couple toys and stuff like that scattered about, but it all seems very ordinary.
Okay. So over here is another flat.
That's
Is
a
that right?
separate flat. This unattached to this one.
Ed, while this
Yeah.
is going on, can I be like aware and on the lookout for anyone that might be approaching the apartment externally?
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh.
Seems pretty chill. It's pretty quiet. Like it's getting late on. Although like the station it's not on like a traditional day-night cycle. It does have artificial day and night that is kind of enforced to kind of keep people's sort of internal clocks sort of regular. So it is like night time right now, and things are quieter.
I'll do another check in a minute.
Yeah.
So, is this corridor where Ira and I are the sort of way in?
Yes. Where Ira, and Shag.
Can we get Bear to loiter by the door, because he's probably the least stealthy, so he can just stand by the doorway and kind of just if anyone turns up, he can pretend to just be a hobo sleeping in a corner or something.
Just sit there and pretend that you're grooming yourself.
Yeah, just lick your balls.
Yeah,
Just
I
sit
will.
there, and no one's going to have the balls to ask the Bear what he's doing.
Will sit here and lick myself. Yeah.
So I don't know where the door into this corridor is. I assumed it was on the left, but we'll find out.
Yeah, no, it was actually towards the back over this way. The front end.
I will be on lookout.
Yeah, where M is right now is kind of like just like a window looking out.
The map is screwing with me whenever.
Sorry.
I think it's my roll 20. So.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sat at the end of the corridor keeping watch.
So we can communicate with Ira can keep an eye out the window, I guess.
Yeah.
And keep an eye on Emmett, and then if Tin and I and is M sneaky?
No.
It keeps
All right,
clapping.
maybe M should just stay there.
Hieronymus kind of like creeps up, and he's like, well, he doesn't creep so much as just float over in a crouch.
He's fine.
Yeah. This is fat
Can M listen at the door of the other apartment to make sure nobody comes out? Like over here. Like the last thing we need is another civilian to turn up and just like crash our party when we're mid-murder.
Are we murdering?
That's literally why we're here.
Up to you.
Yeah, the brain said to do it. We can run interference if, like, I don't know, some sort of police force arrives when we start murdering people. Because this whole family's going down.
Oh, it's the only way to be sure. I've seen that thing.
All right. So yeah, if M could watch the door over here, or keep an ear on it, I don't know. Just be aware. I doubt it'll come out.
All right. So what are you
So-
doing now, Tin? What are you
So
doing?
is Tin confirmed that this room is empty?
Yeah, this is empty of people.
I guess we want him to. My only fear, yeah. All right. I guess in that case, can we get him to come and open the door? So we mean is the brain coming in?
No, let's leave the brain out. Let's leave this. We want only stealthy people inside. Otherwise, everyone wakes up and the cat is amongst the pigeons. The cat is amongst the pigeons. Over.
The cat is amongst the pigeons. Over. The garbage snuffler is watching the door.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
Lord Stink would like to enter the pigeon coop.
The pigeon coop.
So the front door is locked. You are able to tell.
I can. I'm going to message Tin. Can you come and open the front door, please?
Yep.
Watch out for a home alarm system, though.
Okay, I'll go and open the door. I guess.
Huh? Yeah.
Maybe just put an ear to the door on the toilet to make sure there's not a fat dwarf taking a dump.
Yeah, no, there's
Hey, he might not be fat. Come on.
It's no, the door to the toilet is open and it's empty. The light is off.
Cool.
They're like there's pretty conventional latches on this door. It's not the fanciest neighborhood, so yeah, Tin is able just to like quickly just sort of undo it from the inside and open it up for you guys.
All right, shall I roll stealth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So yeah, there's still the kids' bedroom in here where they're sleeping away quite happily.
So we go and have a look in this room.
Yep.
Do you want me to go in as well?
As you open the door, what you see underneath is the two lying forms underneath the covers.
One short, one be short, one be short, one be short.
Which one's the shapeshifter?
At this point, the brain like creeps up behind you. Although he doesn't speak out loud, this entire time he's just been like speaking into your mind. He still like whispers like into your brain and just going, "It's the father, the man, the male is the deviant, is the shape-shifted demon creature."
I'm going to roll another perception check to see if there's anything happening outside.
Yeah, long enough has passed now. Yeah, go for it.
It's very hard to run the paper.
It's pretty chill. It's pretty quiet so far.
Yeah, we're dead.
Tin, you can roll a perception check if you want to try and tell who's who.
Is it going to be hard to tell which one's a dwarf?
Not particularly. They're both dwarves.
Ah.
Like they're a family.
That was easy.
I'd say look for a beard, but
Tin is able to tell that the stockier and slightly more bearded form is the one on the left. Looks like Din is the one over here.
Okay. I have some.
I was thinking the same thing, Andy.
I have what have I got? I've got some things. I've got some blinders.
Some what?
Can I sneak up to the alleged shapeshifter and bind his hands?
Have you got any fireworks?
No. Hang on. You're going to bind his hands without doing anything to stop him making noise first.
Okay, so if we kill him first and then bind his hands, he won't make any.
That's good. Then he won't get away as well.
Yeah, we're not here to interrogate him. We just want him dead.
Hold your finger over your mouth.
It's a single finger.
You tie his hands.
Okay, has anyone got anything to knock him out?
I mean, I can do some non-lethal damage and a melee attack, or we could just kill him.
I've got an antitoxin plant bulb I can shove in his mouth.
Can't we just cut his throat?
Into your brains, Hieronymus, the detective, is able to tell you, no, it must be quick. It must be deadly. This thing is very dangerous. I cannot stress enough how we cannot allow him to escape.
This is
So what I'm
100%
thinking
just some
is knife through the brain.
Shaggy's gonna run out of patience and just.
I think we should just tie him up. And...
Knife through the brain. That's
yeah,
the way to
we
do
go
it.
for the knife through the brain.
I think that maybe this is just an innocent family and we're helping him commit a murder because he has a knife accident.
Oh, attack!
He's paying us $5,000.
Yeah, that's the real reason we're doing it.
Yes.
We're gonna bring the Starfinder Society into disrepute
Yep.
on our
Just-
first day.
We are the worst.
The driver's going to turn up in a minute.
All right, Shag, go for it.
Do I need to roll to murder a man in his sleep? I can do.
I suppose. Oh no, it would be just a coup de grace, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I.
Because you guys, your stealth check.
Can I?
Perception.
I'm trying to think, what's the best way to do that that's not going to create loads of meta? I think if you stab someone in the brain, it's less bloody than if you cut their throat.
In the eye! In the eye!
For sure it is. For sure.
Your eye's probably a good one because it's a soft point. You're not going to have to like shove the knife through his skull and get because that would be quite violent. The person next to him might wake up. So yeah, I'll go for an eye shot.
You rear up and then like just bring the fucking dagger down on the head of this sleeping dwarf, seeming dwarf. And as it plunges in, there is spasming from the body in the bed, and he goes like quiet. Like it's pretty quiet, but the rustling appears to wake up the wife, and she is like blurry-eyed and like looks around.
I'm gonna instantly gesture
starts,
it in and be like,
just starts screaming.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Gentlemen, let's get out of here. Deed's been done.
Can I ask Tim?
He just books it.
I'm gonna follow the brain. I'm out.
All right, fuck it.
Kill her and the kids!
Like the woman is screaming. She's like grabbing. How did wake up?
All right,
and there's
wait. This
you
guy
can hear the kids like.
hang on, Andy, you're talking too excitedly for me to understand what you're saying.
This guy was meant to be holding the wife and kids like hostage, wasn't he, in their own flat?
Yeah.
So
you can hear the kids waking up and they're just shouting, "Mom, Dad, what's happened?"
Uh oh.
All right.
Oh no. We've been hooked.
Shaggy's gonna take stock of the situation, look at Tin, and then just like dive bomb through the window.
Ira is gonna fucking book it towards there.
I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, I'm already legging it.
Brown Emmett has put the newspaper in the bin and is walking down the street.
Okay,
Groz is looking for the nearest sewer lid. He's gonna like dive in it.
Who the fuck is Groz?
I don't know why would he
One
want to
campaign.
Shag. I think is Groz a part? I don't even know.
It was mine.
Oh, fuck knows why I've decided that my goblet's called Groz. Shag is literally gonna like drain.
I'm
So-
interested to hear what the mouse is going to do.
I'm gonna throw a smoke grenade under the bed, and then I'm gonna jump out the window.
Can Shag and Tin roll me an acrobatics rolls?
Why do I just imagine your smoke grenade like running out as you're like halfway climbing out the window?
Halfway through, struggling to get his leg up. Like, come on.
You didn't see anything.
Acrobatics roll, yeah.
Acrobatics.
I am a fucking swan in flight.
Yeah, no, there's like Shag like leaps out and there's not even a sound as he hits the ground and just rolls and keeps running. Tin
Tim does a flip.
definitely manages to like swing out of the ledge and slide down the pipes.
Did I have the full thought? I'm going to say I did, if you'll let me, to open the window before I jumped through it.
I would have said we weren't like in combat and anything.
Yeah,
like that,
so I would have.
Yeah,
It's not like I just left broken glass all over me.
Yeah. So how's I suppose because no one's alerted beforehand. I will say you guys are able to, and because there was no one sort of like keeping an eye on the location, you guys were able to make a clean getaway.
Nice.
You guys sprint for what feels like half an hour, but can't have been that much long. Can't have been that long. Could have only been like 5-10 minutes. You kind of eventually come to an alleyway where Hieronymus kind of like leads you in. He goes like, "Oh, gentlemen. Oh, that went a lot more smoothly than I first anticipated. Thank you for your services this evening. I can't imagine that would have gone nearly as swiftly and surgically if it had just been myself performing the deeds. Gentlemen, here is your repayment." And he just kind of like out of his pocket, he just pulled out a bunch of cred sticks, and like you can tell, it's not like they're not like ordered, where like 100 like cred sticks. They're just like random. It's like the equivalent of someone just pulling out like a ball of like wadded up like notes. Like, he just like shoves them into your hand. It's like I think that settles us appropriately. And if you don't mind, I will take my leave. And
can we get there to grab him before he leaves?
I will grab the brain man if this is what we're doing.
I want to make sure we just murdered an innocent man. I want to make sure we get paid for it.
Roll an athletics check.
Yep. Bam.
But
right, that brain
the floating brain does not have an amazing athletics.
That surprises me.
We literally just murdered an innocent man.
So we've just carried out a hit.
We are yeah.
We are the worst lawmen in the galaxy.
Also, as they grab him, I'm just gonna give him like a if he is held, I'm gonna like search his pockets to try and see if we can find like ID, what else he's got in his pockets, a bit more about him, that kind of stuff.
Meanwhile,
unhand me.
Can we count the money real quick? Is he short?
No, it's all there. It's not like precise, like it's like 5,240. But it's all there. It's like, gentlemen, please. I may have overestimated my corporate backing. I'm sure. Of course, I don't have employers as such, but I assure you, that man was a demon. We have all done the Lord's work tonight.
Can we sense motive for someone who's very good at that to find out whether he's telling the truth and he genuinely believes that's a bad person, like the right person to kill?
Whoever wants to roll sense motive, go for it.
Is Brown? Oh, I thought Brown Emmett was trying to pickpocket him.
No, Brown Emmett.
I just intimidate it to like tell him to fucking like explain what the fuck just happened properly, not in fucking.
How are you intimidating him?
Not in Bible lingo. Like say, I was just gonna say enough of that Bible lingo. Like, what the fuck just happened? Who was that?
I'm sorry, we ask these questions after we've murdered someone.
Oh,
lead up to the murder. We're just like, yep, we're all in.
I'm also going to sense motive.
So he initially is like really jittery, really sort of indignant. He's like, now unhand me, sir, and let go of me. Well, first, whilst this is happening and Emmett is sort of in the process of intimidating him and like sort of laying out why he should tell you guys why what you guys want to know. Who was it that was going through his stuff?
I was.
Ira, you come across in a folded wallet newspaper clippings of they all seem very disjointed. There's things about like community leader
Oh god.
dies of heart attack. It's all about like seemingly like innocuous deaths of completely unrelated people from all walks of life, all races, all sort of socioeconomic backgrounds, and there's also newspaper clippings of that says disgraced private eye after sort of blunder with Chancellor's wife, and it sort of details a story about how Hieronymus was a well-renowned like private eye, sort of sought out by like high up corporations and like international or sort of intergalactic sort of law enforcement agencies. When they can't sort of crack a case, they would get him involved until sort of a few years ago, where he was disgraced after he accidentally killed a chancellor's wife in a blundered case.
Fucking hell.
I mean, we encountered him by a dumpster, clearly searching for food. I don't know what we expected.
I do love how no one like questioned that.
Yeah, we were all just
who's rummaging through like
Mate,
bins.
Ed has fully fucking learned how we play. He's just
yeah, he put on an accent and we fell for it.
Oh dear.
It's at this point.
He's got a bit there as well, though.
This is also true.
Now that you have made yourself very clear that Hieronymus slows down, and he takes a deep breath and he says, "Okay, now, Ken, have you ever heard of reptoids? If anyone wants to roll a life sciences
Yep.
or mysticism check, they are welcome to.
I know things about science.
I thought
it's like my best non-physical skill.
Yeah, my mysticism's up there.
Shag, you've heard references to reptoids. As far as you're aware, they were like, I mean, they're not the Vesk. The Vesk are reptilian, but these are different. As far you heard, like stories about almost like on par with like urban legends about like a shadowy race of a shape-changing reptilian creatures. He tells you, I've been chasing these creatures for now 15 years now. They have taken everything from me. They have taken my life. They have taken my profession. They have taken my professional standing. Is all because I was getting too close. The grand conspiracy. You see, these reptilian lizard people, they infiltrate societies. They take on the guise of members of the ruling class, and they pull the strings from behind the scenes.
Did I find a tinfoil hat in his pockets? A
Not
very
that
large.
I was going to say, with a brain that size.
Emmett, that was a very good sense motive. He seems completely serious. Now he says, "Now I know you won't believe me, and God knows no one else does, but I promise you, they are real, and I cannot prove that man was a reptoid for certain unless I could inspect the body. But, I mean, station security is going to be all over that. You leave that to me.
I think we need to kill this guy and dump the body
This
somewhere.
is something you will just have to take on faith.
Perhaps we could arrest him to bring him to justice.
I think we should.
This man made me kill this guy.
Yeah, can we not frame him? Can we turn him in and say we caught him fleeing from the scene?
He will speak.
I will say the wife definitely saw several of you. Especially
killed her too.
The green-skinned one whose hand was on the knife that was lodged in her husband's head.
I'm just saying, guys, we helped kill a little person, so
what we need to do, guys, is we need to kill this guy, dump his body, and get off station for a couple of weeks.
Now, I will say, and like Emmett, that was a very good sense motive. He seems perfectly lucid. He does not seem crazed. He does not seem like jittery or like what you would normally associate with like someone who's just like tinfoil crazy, like raving on the street corner. He seems like perfectly with it, like sober as a judge and like dead serious.
I'll be honest with you guys. Mr. Stogglesworth has an 8 in wisdom. I think I believe him.
So as far as what Emmett can tell, not only does this guy completely believe what he's telling us, he also seems completely compass mentis and sound of mind.
Yes.
So either he is like genuinely, properly insane to the point where he 100% believes it and is able to present a collected face to society, which seems unlikely, or it's potentially true.
Fuck it, I'm a conspiracy theorist now.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
What are you doing here?
Well, we got our money.
You have the money.
Did I find any more money in his pockets when I was searching him, by the way?
That was all the money he had.
And how much was it?
It was 5,240, I think I said.
Yeah, I did that.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah.
Fucking monsters.
He also had, also on him, I will say, he had, like I said, that wallet full of like newspaper clippings and.
Did he have thread with stuff written on it as well?
He has a data pad.
Oh no.
No, like with the intimidation, he opened for you guys, and you were able to rifle through, and it is similarly like just stuffed with like saved articles about completely.
So all the articles support his suggestions.
No.
Or are they still just the random
the
ones?
time to read through the articles. It's not him who's committed the murders.
Yeah, that's because he pays people to do them.
It is all, but a lot of them, like some of them are like murder, some of them are like crimes of passion, of like scorned lovers and things like that. Some of them are like natural causes, seemingly. It is all just like, it looks like he's just clipped out random obituaries from a million different sort of websites and sort of newspapers and sort of mashed them all together.
I think,
like, to an outside observer, there does not appear to be any sort of obvious pattern here.
Is there a reference to something on a faraway world that we could maybe suggest that he goes and looks into next?
I've heard that the lizard people actually live inside the nearest black hole. You have to
The only thing left to do is take the campaign to them.
Yeah, can we suggest he leaves swiftly?
It's like, well, thank you, gentlemen. And without like trying to push his luck or trying to like clarify it anymore. He just like doffs his hat and floats off into the night.
Bear will, Mr. Snogglesworth will wave goodbye to this hero.
He collects his stuff back. He collects his data pad. He leaves the money. He collects his data pad and his clippings and leaves.
Yeah, that's pretty sensible.
Yeah. So yeah, you are 5,000 credits up.
Richer, and morally we are a lot poorer.
Can we?
But you don't know. You might have saved the galaxy.
I don't know.
I think we have an opportunity here to. Can we just drop by the Starfinder HQ and just ask if we can have someone just run a bit of a quick, not like just run a background check on the guy who was murdered. To say we heard mention of it and we're just interested to. No, we were nearby at the time. We just wondered what went down.
I mean, some of us were a lot closer by than.
Yeah, we're nearby.
Yeah, okay. So
just a passing comment to someone in the office,
you are holding the knife.
Yeah, I'm totally not carrying the murder weapon on my person or anything. But...
I was like, no, it's like, oh, there was a knife found at the scene. It just says property of Shag, hands on.
It doesn't even say that. It just says Shags. And then just notches at the bottom.
I took my knife with me. I'm not a degenerate.
The notches look suspiciously like teeth marks as well.
So yeah,
the next day, is very fresh.
The next day you head to the Lawspire complex, and you make your way into the actual Lawspire itself. And
Shag is going to present himself as a concerned member of society. And, I'm sure the office worker is going to be thoroughly unconvinced.
There is station affairs. That there's a department there that is their rep on the station that handles or looks and has an awareness of things going on, and they get daily reports about goings on in the station. You're able to there's he's a bit confused, but the guy's yeah, sure.
Shag
he gets weirder requests.
Shag is the goblin who was seen at the scenes. He's gonna send M.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there is. It's not unfortunately, it's not the most uncommon occurrence. There is headlines in some of the local sort of sector news, or sort of the local borough sort of news, saying about how family in mourning as father dying in sort of what is presumed to be a burglary gone wrong.
Yep.
Got away with it, lads. We got away with it.
And it just says authorities are seeking out any witnesses and yada yada yada. That doesn't seem to be any concrete things that link
So
you.
Is the guy at the station able to confirm anything about the victim?
No, he looks a bit confused, but he's like, yeah, sure. And they do have links with station security, so he is able to access some files on the crime. And it just simply says that, yeah, this dwarven male was sort of fit, otherwise no defensive wounds. Appears like he died quick and clean.
So we don't know anything about the individual in terms of the name, occupation, how long he's been.
That kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested to know if this is actually a bad guy or if it was just an upstanding member of the community who just murdered.
Well, they did just say there were no abnormalities in his body, and he was supposed to be a lizard person. So I think you just murdered a family man.
His name was Darren Thane. Sorry, let me type that out.
Yes, please. Remind us of the name of the man we've just killed.
Darren Thane.
Here's
his face.
Can every map have a tombstone for Darren Thane?
He was a writer.
Any good books?
No, he was a journalist.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, then that's fine.
Did he write the story about the guy, the brain detective?
Uh,
Oh no!
Looking back, no, it wasn't him.
Oh thank God! He was just doing a hit job on a journalist who was rude to him.
He is no. He is a journalist. He is an investigative journalist with the Absalom Gazetteer.
Has he been with them long?
I mean, yeah, he's been there for sort of going on sort of 12 years now.
Did he always bring the donuts to the office? Please humanize him more.
Oh yeah, no, he was like well respected. He like looks on his file. He's like, there's nothing major here. Like, there's a couple like bar brawls when he was a kid. Like, I mean, he's been caught for like breaking and entering a couple times, but like, what journo hasn't? And like, he's got like parking fines, but like nothing major.
I'm just trying to work out about this imposter thing, like whether he's been murdered and then replaced with a shapeshifter. Is there like can we look at his recent news articles? Is there a marked drop in quality like a year ago or something?
Roll. Oh, this would be some fucking research. If that's something you guys want to go into, then you're more than welcome.
I'm saying all this.
Getting super suspicious though, if it's like,
Shag
so
doesn't
this
really give a
random
fuck.
murder that happened. Can we
Like-
just dig into that for no reason?
Shag is chaotic neutral and he got paid. So actually, you know what? Who cares? Move on with your lives. As I did in the last campaign, I will differ to my alignment, and I am chaotic neutral. Therefore, I got paid to do a thing, and I did the thing, and who else cares what else happens?
If we're going with alignments, I'm gonna have to turn you in.
Yeah, lovely. So yeah, no, you managed to make some money.
Hey!
Hooray!
Are we ever going to find out if that was legitimate?
Sorry?
Are we ever going to find out if that was legitimate?
I don't know. Maybe depends how things go.
That's how what
This is
isn't memory
going
murder.
into a shapeshifter campaign, or there will be literally no mention of it ever again.
Oh, I was so happy with how that went.
There was just a moment.
I love the dawning like realization. Hang on a sec, we just found this guy in a bid. Shunk.
Yeah, I think there was definitely a couple of moments where we went, "This might not be true."
It was
Motherfucker might be batshit crazy.
Was that none of us said anything until the guy was already dead.
I did it right beforehand.
I was wanting to tie him up and drag him out.
Yeah, but what I really don't understand is your misgivings are about murdering him once we were already in his room, not like before we entered the building or did anything untoward.
No, that's because I didn't realise we were doing murdering until I was in the room.
Oh, you should have played close
Until the
attention.
knife was in his eye.
Yeah, I didn't do the murdering. I was going to tie him up, take him out silently, and give him some good questioning.
Excuse me, I'm not a lizard person.
Bring him out silently with his wife sleeping next to him.
Sorry?
You got caught up in Sam's bullshit.
I did.
And he ran away, and you were the one that got seen.
You weren't the first, you certainly won't be the last. So as the like 2-3 days pass with you guys wrestling with your consciences and
speak yourself.
and counting your money.
How much did you get each? So I can just add it to my like.
If you guys are splitting it up, or if you're keeping it in like a shit pot, I don't know. Depends how you guys want to do it.
We'll keep it in our murder account.
Yeah, let's put it in the account. Let's put it in the Ursine and what was it? Ursine and
The
Son?
business account. Yeah,
On
good
the
idea.
company card.
Who's going to be the company accountant?
I will be.
All right, so Ira can like put the 5,240 in a separate sort of set, like somewhere else, making a note of it.
Shag is going to casually point out, but upon returning from the bank to the bar, that
5,240, right?
Yeah,
hits are pretty lucrative, guys. We can make a lot of money doing this.
After I meant to ask, where are you guys living? Like, are you guys are all? I'm assuming you guys aren't all living together.
We tried to buy a ship to live in, but we didn't afford it. So.
Yeah, I'm living in a dumpster behind a Chinese place.
My
Okay,
tent got melted
yeah.
on that first planet we went to.
I live in a shoebox.
He lives in one of those Chinese takeaway boxes.
Living in like a microwave box or like a rice cooker box, like just next to the dumpster.
Shagger's got like a very small like room and bathroom above the party's favorite bar.
All right, yep. What is the bar's name?
It's
a
Shag's bar.
Slab, just slab.
The slab.
The slab.
I like that. The slab.
It's just a giant concrete block.
Yep.
It's got no. There's no windows.
No door.
Apartment just down the street.
It's basically just a vault with a bar on it.
What about Ira? I imagine Ira's probably got at least the most reasonable digs.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that I just found somewhere to rent.
Yeah.
In.
Somewhere like.
Wait, what about me? As in M.
Oh yeah.
Did the Starfinders have like accommodation?
Yeah, no, there's an accommodation you can rent there pretty cheaply.
Like, yeah, I like to think I just rented some Starfinder stuff.
That,
yeah. There's like you can either get like dorm rooms, which is just like kind of like hostel kind of stuff, which is really cheap for like that's mostly like people who are like just passing through, or you can get small like semi kind of permanent apartments, which you can kind of rent on like a weekly basis.
I'm not giving up infinite free Chinese food for any.
I had a very reasonable explanation for why the slab is just a giant slab of concrete. It could be a decommissioned prison.
Okay.
It's just a prison.
Just a small like county like hold up.
It's
the old drug tank.
Rent a cell.
Yeah.
It's a partially decommissioned prison.
Yeah, they just throw the drunks in the cells.
Yeah.
Shag's just like taking cell number 1 and like got his own lock put on it and.
After a while, you start to get some pillows. You put some wallpaper up. It makes it homey.
The reason I'm asking is because when
the police are going to come knocking.
No. When there's 2 days after the events with Hieronymus Blint, the sort of slightly frantic, contemplative. When you all arrive back at your respective living quarters, there is a note waiting for you all. It is in a black envelope on black paper and
in black writing.
In black writing.
Completely illegible. We can't read a word it says.
Oh, it took you like about half an hour just to decipher the fucking thing. It just simply reads, your presence is requested at the Eoxian Embassy, Parkside, the Eye, Absalom Station. Transportation will pick you up at, and it gives like 2 days from now. Tomorrow sort of evening. And it simply just writes, it's simply signed off, Givelas Knorr, lead delegate of Yox, dictated but not signed to avoid delay.
Amazing.
So was this delivered to the places where all of us live?
Each individually, yeah. You all got your own one.
Including a dumpster and a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Is the cardboard box next to the dumpster? Do you live next door to one another?
I like that idea. If you're down for that, yeah.
Tim's just like he just dragged a box next to the dumpster, so he has someone to talk to.
When it gets delivered there, he's like, "No, this is the wrong one. Next door."
I like the idea that like it wakes up in the morning, the bear just pokes his head out of a dumpster and just like looks at the mail and starts sipping like cold sweet and sour soup and just like just sorting through the mail and just hands a bit to the mouse. He's like, "Oh no, this is for you." It's like having like a polystyrene cup of like congealed soup instead of coffee.
Got some of your post again, you know.
And we will leave it there. If everyone's happy with that.
Yeah.
I can't get the image out of my head of the bear. Just pokes his head out and just like pops up, standing in a dumpster, drinking his morning soup.
I can't get my head out of what we just fucking did to just an innocent family.
Shag has been told the story, seems feasible. That'll do. I'm happy with that. That's fine.
I also looked at my thing. I'm chaotic neutral, so that's all good.
Likewise, yeah, I got paid. Like, so at the end of the day, like, my personal conscience is far stronger than my characters. So what am I going to do?
Yeah, which is saying something for Sam. You know,
Yeah,
bit of a concern.
I'm so glad that it was as ambiguous as I was hoping it would be.
The accent, was that just Daniel Craig from Knives Out?
Yes.
Honestly, literally the moment you started the accent, I was like, "Is this Daniel Craig?" I feel inclined to trust him.
I watched Knives Out for the first time like a couple weeks ago.
It's a good,
I was like,
good film.
oh my god, this would be amazing.
Yep, I'm in.
And like the best thing about like prepping for Starfinder is just like reading through different like races and just being like, oh wow, that'd be fucking wacky. Like I just love the idea of just a floating brain.
Yeah.
Detective.
Also, if anyone enjoys any organised crime stuff, watch Operation Odessa on Netflix.
Okay.
It's fucking brilliant.
Does it give you like hints and tips?
What's it about?
No, it's about this Russian guy who ends up like